The Fisherman and His Wife. Every morning the fisherman cast his net into the sea. But one day, something strange happened. He caught a golden fish, and the fish started talking. A simple life. There was once a poor fisherman who lived with his wife in a tiny, broken-down shack by the sea. They didn't have much, but they had each other. He went fishing every day to feed them both. Life was simple and quiet. The magic catch. One morning, as he pulled in his net, he couldn't believe his eyes. Inside was a golden fish shining like sunlight. Before he could say anything, the fish looked at him and said, "Please let me go. I'm no ordinary fish. I'm a magic one." Kindness first. The fisherman was shocked, but he wasn't greedy. He said, "If you're magic, then you don't belong in my net." With a smile, he gently placed the fish back in the water. It swam away, leaving ripples of gold behind. His wife's reaction. When he told his wife what had happened, she stared at him in disbelief. "You caught a talking magical fish and didn't ask for anything?" she cried. "You're a fool. Go back and ask for something we actually need." The first wish. The next morning, the fisherman returned to the sea. The sky was cloudy, and the waves were louder than usual. He called out, "Fish, oh fish, in the deep blue sea. My wife has a wish. Will you help me?" A cozy cottage. The golden fish appeared and asked gently, "What does she want?" He answered, "She wants a proper house, just a small cottage, not a shack." The fish nodded and disappeared beneath the waves. When he got home, the shack was gone, replaced by a warm little cottage. The smile that faded. At first, his wife was thrilled. The cottage had windows, a soft bed, and even chickens outside. But after just a few days, she looked around and said, "It's nice, but not enough." A bigger dream. She crossed her arms and frowned. "I want a big house, a mansion, with servants and a garden." The fisherman shook his head. "But we just got this one." Still, he returned to the sea. Mansion by the shore. The sea looked stormier this time. When the fish appeared, he said, "She wants a mansion now." The fish didn't argue. It nodded once, then vanished. When the fisherman returned, there stood a massive mansion, tall and shining. Queen of the house. His wife now had gold plates, soft carpets, and servants who bowed. She wore fine clothes and walked like royalty. But even in all that luxury, she wasn't smiling for long. Jealous eyes. One day, she looked out the window and saw a castle in the distance. She turned to her husband and said, "Why not that? Why can't I be a queen?" The fisherman sighed deeply. He knew what was coming next. The queen's wish. That night, the wind howled louder than ever. The fisherman stood by the crashing waves. He called out again, "Fish, oh fish, in the deep blue sea." And the fish appeared once more. A dangerous desire. "She wants to be queen now," he said, almost whispering. The fish looked at him closely, then nodded again. The sky rumbled. The fish vanished, and everything changed once more. Ruler of all. His wife now sat on a throne, wearing a crown. Guards stood at every door. People bowed when she walked by. The fisherman stood in the corner, quiet, forgotten, and alone. Never enough. Even as queen, she wasn't happy. "I want to control the sun and moon," she shouted one morning. The fisherman begged, "Please, stop. This is too much." But she wouldn't listen. Final plea. The sky turned black, and the sea roared louder than ever before. He called out one last time, "Fish, oh fish, in the deep black sea. My wife wants to rule the world." There was silence. The answer. At last, the fish rose from the water. Its voice was quiet but firm. No. Then it disappeared into the deep and never came back. Back to the beginning. When the fishermen returned home, the palace was gone. The gold, the servants, the throne were all gone. In their place stood the old broken shack, his wife sitting on a wooden box, staring at the dirt. No words. She didn't say a word. Neither did he. They just sat there together, listening to the sound of the sea. A sound they had almost forgotten. A quiet apology. After a long silence, she whispered, "I'm sorry. I was blind." The fisherman nodded. He took her hand, not in anger, but in love. And for the first time, she held on tightly. What really matters? They built a new simple cottage with their own hands. They planted a small garden. Each morning they watched the sun rise together. They laughed again, not because of riches, but because they finally had peace. The lesson. The wife never asked for more. The fisherman never went back to the sea. They had learned the truth. Wishes can give you things, but only love and gratitude can give you happiness. Enough. They didn't become rich. They didn't rule the world, but they had each other, and sometimes that's more than enough. What about you? Have you ever wished for more? More money, a bigger house, a better life. It's okay to dream, but don't forget to be thankful for what you already have. Sometimes the best things aren't what we wish for, but what's already right in front of us. Your turn to reflect. Think about your own life. What matters most? Maybe it's not gold or castles. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's love. And maybe, just maybe, you already have everything you truly need. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.